I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I coach people and organizations to play big. I worked in executive search for many, many years, filling tons of positions, and now I coach job hunters all over the world. I received this question from someone, and I just shake my head when I read it. The question again is, how do you treat a bad recruiter? Now, I don't know what this person means by a bad recruiter. I normally associate people's thinking of a bad recruiter as someone who doesn't get them an interview, or doesn't get them a job, or doesn't return phone calls, etc., etc. I know there were people who thought of me as a bad recruiter, and I thought of them as bad candidates, but I digress for a second. I'll simply say, I don't know what a bad recruiter is. If it's one of the above categories, maybe you play a part in this, Maybe you submitted a resume that doesn't fit a job. Maybe they wouldn't submit you to a job that you really want to be submitted to because you weren't qualified. But you think of them as bad because they didn't listen to you. You see, you don't pay most recruiters anything. Unless you're in a lower echelon position, fees are being paid by employers. They work for the employer. They don't work for you. Now, if they were rude to you, if they were abrupt to you, I always ask, was it there something that you did that evoked that? Maybe they had a bad day, but whatever it is, to ask the question, how do you treat a bad recruiter? Didn't your parents teach you anything about manners? They may be obnoxious, but that doesn't mean that you have to go there. And I'll simply say that for most individuals, it's far better to think long term. And I just remind you that for someone like me who worked in search for more than 40 years, I had a long memory. I remembered a lot of things that people said and did, and they've become the basis for some of the videos and podcasts that I've done. And, there are people I wouldn't submit to jobs because they just were obnoxious, and I couldn't tell how they would act with a client of mine. So you're always far better to simply say, hey, look, I'm not interested in making a job change right now. And stay in touch from time to time if you hear about something, because after all, I'm going to detour here for a second. The person who gets ahead isn't always the smartest or work the hardest, although those are great qualities to have. The person who gets ahead is the one that remains alert to opportunities. Sometimes they're internal to their organization. More often than not, they're external. So you never want to be offensive to a recruiter because you never know when they'll learn about a position and want to consider you for a search. Why would you turn them off? Now, again, I don't believe you need to go job hunting with recruiters, but if someone approaches you about a role, why would you ever be offensive to them? Why would you ever consider that it might be anything that you should treat them in any other way than with the same respect that you want to be treated with? It's bizarre to me that people actually think that this is a question that requires any sort of attention. You treat everyone in your life with respect, you demonstrate excellence in your behavior, and lo and behold, great stuff comes back to you. Have a great day, and if you're interested in one-on-one coaching from me, reach out. My email address is jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the word coaching. I don't work for free. I want to be clear about that. And if you have a question, email the question. Matter of fact, I charge $25 to answer questions. Pay it through PayPal. Use the address thebiggamehunter.us, and then email the question to me afterwards. I will not respond unless I have notification from PayPal. Have a great day. Take care.